Okay, here we go.
What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite. We are at it again. And if y'all don't know, hold on, I'm gonna move these for a second. If you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Leisha.
What
What
up?
up?
Hey, y'all like the new edition?
Check it out. Check it out.
Oh
Right.
boy, let me make sure we got everything straight. Is that in focus? I don't see like it's in
Make sure
focus.
everything is in focus. Could y'all hear us? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. We just gotta check. Cause one time we were like 4 or 5 minutes in and
Mm,
couldn't hear nothing.
turn this
We just gonna
down.
check the audio real quick. So if you guys can hear, just give us a quick thumbs up. And we're gonna talk about a movie again tonight. Hey, what's up, family? Boy, let me see. My eyes is failing me.
Is the dilation going away?
Yeah,
Is it still
still
there?
there. I went to go get my eyes checked because I've been doing a lot of reading lately. Because I have to read for the psychology class that I'm taking. So I have to do a
For
lot of
work.
reading, and my eyes, it's failing me a little bit. So they put some stuff in my eyes to dilate my eyes. I don't trust that stuff at all.
Miss Shanice says she saw 222.
Wow.
Yeah. So how did you like the movie? Tell us what was the best part you liked about the movie?
I want to hear
Mm-hmm.
what stood out the most to you in the movie. I know what stood out the most for me.
Mm-hmm. Y'all just give us. I'm just making
Yeah.
sure that it says that we have a good stream before we start getting into
Mm.
anything. But yeah, but we're just gonna be talking about a few things here. We want to check in with
Oh,
you
thank
all.
you. Somebody said we look beautiful. Y'all so
Oh,
nice.
thank you so much.
Oh, that's
Thank you so
Salma.
much.
What's up, Salma?
Summer in the building.
Who else we got? Miss Shanice.
See how the universe did everything to push them together.
Right.
Yeah, when it's meant to be, it is
It's
meant to be.
ain't nothing you can do to stop
Mm-mm.
it. Nothing.
All
Spot will
right.
tell y'all don't worry about stuff.
Don't worry about it. You work on you.
Don't worry about it.
When things are meant to be, they are.
They're meant to be. That's right.
Exactly. Exactly. And no, it's not on Netflix.
She was crying.
It's on Prime if you have the Prime
Mm.
subscription. If you don't, then you have to get it on Google Play.
Isn't it on Hulu? Somebody had said it was on.
No, it's on Prime, but you have to have like the top package
Oh,
for
okay, okay, okay.
Prime in order to get it.
Yeah, well, we paid
Yeah.
99 cents, so.
Yeah.
But it was a good 99 cents spent.
Mm-hmm.
And we have another movie that we want to talk about because one of our subscribers recommended that movie,
Mm-hmm.
Fast Color.
Fast Color is so right on point.
Right on point.
Um, if you have Prime, it's free on Prime. We didn't have to pay for it on Prime, even with our basic Prime subscription. But
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have Prime, then you can actually rent it on Google Play. Yeah. But Fast Color, it's the
That's
truth.
the movie right there. And the key, I'm going to give a little spoiler. The key is dealing with our trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we have our trauma in the front seat, our gifts and our talents are laying dormant and it's hidden, and we don't even know the full extent of our potential because trauma is in the front seat, just riding, joyriding. It wasn't until she got rid of her trauma, she faced it, she finally broke through, and then she got her real powers, that
Mm-hmm.
feminine energy, right? And it was ancestral, just something passed down from generation to generation, lineage to lineage. But she was just not having it. I guess she wanted to be normal like everybody else,
Mm.
you know.
Well, I think it wasn't so much that she wanted to be normal. It's that she didn't understand how to control her powers, so she
Right,
wanted to just say, forget about it.
right. And she went on drugs, started doing drugs,
Alcohol.
alcohol, to get away, to like an escape, because she didn't understand how to control it. But boy, when she dealt with that trauma
Mm-hmm.
and she figured out how to control the weather, oh, stuff got real. And she passed it on to her daughter. Her mom passed it on to her, and just from generation to generation, the feminine energy.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful. It was a really beautiful movie.
Yep. And just to touch on it a little bit, the reason why I even wanted to bring up, well, we wanted to even bring up that movie, is because of the significance of what's going on in our world, in the universe right now.
Yeah.
And if y'all haven't heard by now, especially with this lunar eclipse and everything that came through, is that the feminine energy is really taking over.
Hmm.
Okay. And I don't mean just women in general. I mean just the
Just the
feminine
energy
energy.
itself. Yeah.
Okay. And the reason why that movie was so significant is because it was a young woman realizing her power and actually coming into her power.
Mm-hmm.
She had to go through and do her own shadow work through her own issues
Yeah.
so that she can actually come into the full power of everything that she has.
Yeah.
And once she did, she pretty much just broke the whole sky. So,
It was beautiful.
yes.
It was just so good to look at, and just
Mm-hmm.
seeing her in like everyday people,
Yeah.
like not being able to move past your trauma, or not being able to move past like events that just keeps holding you back because you keep revisiting that, whether it's holding on to unforgiveness, or
Mm-hmm.
holding on to regret, guilt, shame, whatever it is. Those things are low vibrational,
Mm-hmm.
and when you hold on so tight, it really takes away from your true potential.
Yep.
So
And that leads into the topic that I wanted to cover this evening, which is going into 2020. Right now, don't worry too much about a New Year's resolution, okay? Because what's about to go down in 2020 is going to be beyond anything that we can ever imagine or plan for ourselves.
right.
The main thing is to really deal with our issues.
Mm-hmm.
Any type of trauma, any type of shadow work that needs to be done, it needs to be worked on. Okay?
Yeah.
Um,
Just go on and get it done.
yeah. Yeah, and Shanice was talking about the movie explained the twin flame connection pretty well, and actually it really did.
There you
It did.
go.
It explained the twin flame connection way better. Actually, you know what? Cloud Atlas really
Yes.
goes into detail about it,
Yeah.
but that movie 222, 222, it
Mm-hmm.
actually made it a lot more simpler, and
Right.
it brought the stars into it, which is pretty deep because when you
Mm-hmm.
look into the whole star system and how it split off, and it's perfect.
It is. It was so simple.
Hmm.
Very simple, very short, very to the point, easy to understand, and easy to relate to.
Hmm.
With all those numbers and trying to figure out what they mean, and writing them down and making the connection.
Yeah. Especially since we got a lot of people on the East Coast, I'm pretty sure y'all can recognize or vibe with the whole New York scene.
Yeah, I know I could.
Yeah,
And to make matters worse, our number is 222 for our PO box.
yeah,
Yeah, so it really resonated.
yeah. And you know what? Just to let y'all know, we ain't
We're
playing.
we're lying. We
This is
oh,
actually an envelope that came from our PO box not too long ago. Look
that's
at the number,
that's our PO box number.
222.
When they gave it to us, I was like, "Are you kidding me? That's our number, 222. Really?" Like, we were shocked.
Oh boy.
So yeah.
But yeah, but before we get too far into this topic, as you all can see, we are doing card readings for anybody who wants to have a card pulled. So you can definitely send um, a donation via Cash App, whether it's $10 or more, to $ Twin Flames Unite. And once we see that notification come through, then we'll definitely stop and we'll go through and pull the cards for you.
Yes.
And just to let everybody else know that, oh wow, they came through already.
Oh
Jeez
yeah.
Louise.
Y'all not wasting no time today, boy.
But and for those of you all who may not be following our social media, anything like that, um, we do have our sessions. All of our sessions right now are
Oh
50%
yeah.
off until December 31st. And those days are going pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So if you want to be able to save some ducats right now or save some dinero, definitely jump on and book your session before the 31st. Because after the
Right.
31st, it's going back to the normal price, but then it's going to be a little bump on the normal price. So just want to
Right.
give y'all a heads up. So if you want to save money, definitely go ahead and book your session now. Even if you book a session that's going to be after the 31st, you just have to make sure that you book it before the 31st. All right. And so we're going to go into the first card reading for, how do you pronounce it? I got it.
Doricia.
Doricia.
Did I say it right? Doricia?
Yeah, so we got Doricia's up first, and we're going to pull a card for you, and then we're going to get back into some things that need to be taken care of coming in 2020. We still have a few more days before the first comes in. Wednesday is going to be a new year, new day.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that you all are prepared for it.
And now we have a lot of we actually open up more slots for the booking because now we have a lot of free time because we have a lot of off days. So we would be able to take more bookings than usual because normally we're not able to take that many bookings because we have so much stuff to do. But yeah, we have a lot of free time now. So that's one of the reasons why we cut the price in half
Oh,
because
wow.
we have more time.
Salma says she went on a road trip with her twin flame on 220 on February the 22nd this year
Wow.
as friends. Wow.
That's a lot of twos. And that's a master number, a master builder number too. All right.
Wow,
So
there's a song named 222?
what?
Okay, you pulled a card. I'm
Yeah,
going to
we're gonna check it out too. All right, so this is for who are we pulling for? Darcia?
Yeah, Darcia.
Doricia?
Doricia.
All right, Doricia. I hope I'm saying your name right. Get your message on today. With permission from your higher self, of course. Get in your car that you're gonna need for today. Maybe it's something in the past. Oh, Teresa, you gotta. Let me shuffle the cards, Teresa. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, Teresa. There's a lot of excitement. All right, so Teresa. Okay, Doricia, it's a lot of okay, Doricia. So this one flew out the pack, literally.
Healing.
Healing. It's one of the major cards.
cards.
So it's the healing. And I feel like I need to pull another card because sometimes I get that my intuition kind of takes over. Usually it's just one card, but sometimes
Yeah.
I feel like we need to do like another one, like a confirmation. You know what I mean? Like some kind of addition. All right, the hero. Okay. So we got the hero, and then we have healing. And this is hero. This is fire.
Is that 7 of fire?
Yep. This is 7 of fire. The hero in healing. So in alone, without even going in the book, what that signifies is it might be a time to do some healing. And also, when we heal, it's so vital for us to heal because some of us have gifts, right? And in order for us to do like our work or whatever we're here to do, it's really good to go through our own healing process, right?
And you know, that's just right on point with what
That's what we was just talking about.
just talking about.
So for the healing, right, it says to be human is to be wounded. So it's nothing wrong with it. To have your dark night of the soul or whatever process that we have, it's part of being human. It's the human experience. But it says here a time to connect with body, mind, and spirit and soul. So it's time to get in alignment. Let go of definitions and labels. Throw that out the window. Nurture passions and seek pleasure. authenticity, honesty, and laughter. Find a source of dis-ease and distress. So it's time to do healing.
Mm-hmm.
And dis-ease only means when you think of a disease, whatever it is, mental, physical, this means bad ease. So your body is
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable in some way, form, or fashion. And it says you need to forgive. Do what's necessary to increase well being. Do not dwell on the unchangeable past. Shift your attention. Do not allow your pain to hurt others. Because you know that's going back to the healing. You ever heard the saying that if when you get a cut, don't go around someone without putting a band-aid, without fixing it, because you're gonna bleed on other people.
Mm-hmm.
That's like when we don't heal. That's what we do. We bleed
Mm-hmm.
on others, right? It says seek treatment and do not be afraid. So it's a-okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for the hero part now, it says a person of noble qualities. So you see, you got some good gifts under there. Ordinary people who do extraordinary acts. A person who lies cannot be trusted. Put another's well-being before your own at this time. Accord others with respect and dignity. Avoid gossip. An opportunity for redemption is probably at hand or probably near. Give a
Mm-hmm.
second chance. So it's forgiveness and give a second chance, right? Um, it says the hero represents someone we all admire for their noble qualities, their courage and willingness to champion and rescue the weak and vulnerable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So seems like once you're done healing fully, and along our journey, we're probably going to have more than one occasions that we're going to heal
Mm-hmm.
because we continue to live. But once you go ahead and you do your healing, it feels like your whatever gift that you have, it'll really start coming out and it'll really start putting you to do like service to others.
See, this is exactly. Come on now, come on, high self, because you know that's just what I was talking about. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just what we were talking about with the movie Fast Color, because you
Wow.
know, in order for her to come into the fullness of her power,
Yeah.
she had to heal her trauma of almost killing her baby girl. You
Wow.
know, because she didn't deal with that trauma, her power was shut off.
It was blocked because it
Right.
was like a blockage.
And moving into 2020, it is so important to deal with any type of past trauma, because what's going to happen is that once you deal with those traumas, once you deal with those blockages, you now open up to the universe and you allow the universe to flow freely through you. So everything that you ever wanted and desired will start to come your way.
Right.
So you don't have to set a New Year's resolution. It's just automatically going to happen, and it's going to happen even better than what you could even imagine.
Yes.
So
You better say this.
yeah, so yeah, y'all definitely got to get on it. Don't get stuck in the what's the
In that wheel.
revolving door?
Yeah.
What do they call it again? I can't remember. What do you call it?
What, the wheel of karma?
Not the wheel of karma. uh, let's see. Hold on. Somebody got it up, and um, Sylvia says hello.
Hey, Sylvia.
She said, guys, I wanted to ask, when you grew up in a dysfunctional family, what can you do to avoid their mistakes? Please answer because I'm confused.
I've been around dysfunction,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen it. I've been affected by it, and
Mm-hmm.
to be honest with you, how I dealt with it, I just left. It's not. I mean, I left.
Yeah.
I literally got up and I just left because I realized that there are things here on planet Earth that I needed to get accomplished, and
Mm-hmm.
if I had stayed around that dysfunction, yeah, I wouldn't be seeing me on YouTube right now. Like I would not have completed many things that I have accomplished if I had
Mm-hmm.
stayed with that dysfunction. So it's like I had to make up my mind, and they're my blood relative.
Yeah.
Like I just had to make up my mind. You know what?
And you
And Sometimes you got to make these decisions. I'm not saying this is what you do,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes you have to know, um,
Know when to hold 'em,
know when to fold,
know
know,
when to walk away,
ooh,
know
know when
when
to
to
run,
hide. You better
count
count your
money.
blessings. Oh, money.
You just gotta know when to do what you gotta
Yeah.
do. Just because somebody is your blood relative,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean that you have to stay and take a certain
No.
type of treatment.
Mm-mm.
You just gotta know your worth and know your value,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes you just have to
Walk away.
walk away.
And before I became an adult, I felt like my family was very dysfunctional. And during that time, I did a lot of just watching my family members. And I saw them get into a couple of different situations. And I pretty much decided, like, oh, I saw them go down that path and they, like, fell in the metaphorically hole in the road. So I decided that whatever I saw them doing, I was going to do the opposite.
Sometimes you just gotta
So,
do that too. Like,
so
whatever
yeah.
decision that you make, you have to make sure that that decision that you do make with this dysfunction is
Mm-hmm.
enabling you to get to the highest version of yourself, and
Mm.
it's supporting your highest and greatest good, right? So whatever decision you make, this is the outcome that you're seeking,
Mm-hmm. Now,
right?
Sylvia, real quickly about if you're repeating the same mistakes that your father made,
Ooh,
um, it sounds like there's some ancestral clearing that you need to do.
yeah.
So you can do that through meditation. You can do it through help with some other things, but also you can recognize the patterns within your own life that you're
Hmm.
falling into. And once you see those patterns, then you can make a conscious decision on whether or not you're going to continue that pattern or if you're going to break it.
Exactly. In the movie Fast Color, they had a theme of pattern in the family with the women. They were doing the same thing, and the mom told the girl,
Mm-hmm.
"Sweetie, we just doing the same thing, and we just keep repeating it, and we doing it over and over and over again." The mom ran, she ran. Now her
Mm-hmm.
daughter's getting ready to run. It's like she's like, "We have to stop."
Yeah.
So it's a matter of you recognizing first you have to find a pattern. Go through your childhood, dig through your childhood,
Mm-hmm.
and even in your adult life, and look for those patterns, those repeating patterns. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same person. It could
Mm-mm.
be different people, but you're having the same outcome. That's a pattern. And find ways to break it.
Yep.
Just break it. Like, you know what? This is not gonna happen. Like with me, I had to break a chain with my daughter
Mm.
because I was raised with with my great aunt, and my father's family raised me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when I had my daughter, I was in college. Boom! The same thing was about to happen again, and then I sat down. I was like, wait a minute, my daughter is living my life, and I was like, oh hell no, we're gonna cut this right here. No, we go get my baby.
Yeah.
We gonna. This is not gonna happen.
Nope.
So I broke the chain right there. I was, mm, you have to snip it.
Bit bam boom.
Bim bam boom, long like broom.
All right.
Okay, who's next?
Salma's next.
All right, beautiful Sama. So let's get your card, Sama. So Sama, with permission from your higher self, gonna get you a message that you're gonna need on today. Maybe something from the past, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe something you're dealing with right now, but a message that's gonna help you to get to your greatest version of yourself.
Yes.
All right.
22% of her battery left.
Wow, that is crazy. These cards are jumping out.
Faith.
So we have faith, Salma. Gotta have faith. Gotta have faith, Salma. We got another one coming out here. We have the scribe. So, do you write stuff down? Are you a writer? The scribes, that's what they do. They're history keepers. They're book writers. So, faith is very, very, it's pretty logical. So you just have to have faith in what you're doing. You have to believe in yourself. You have to get rid of self-doubt, um, and trust in the process. Sometimes we so caught up on the end result that we forget about the process. So just have some faith in whatever you're doing, whatever you're going through. Sometimes you really just have to know that the outcome, whatever you're putting in, it's going to be for your greatest and your highest good. Just make sure you have the right intentions, and just don't lose faith, and don't lose hope. Set yourself up, move forward, and trust in yourself. So that's the faith card. Now you have the
Mm-hmm.
scribe. So the scribe, let's see.
Oh, she said she wants to write a book about healing childhood traumas.
See, this the scribe. This is what they do. They write. Scribes write stuff down. So you have to have faith, and the book that you're writing, go ahead and write it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't, because now with this eclipse, what it's doing is it's bringing in that creative energy, that feminine energy,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you can use that creative energy to start writing your book. Just pick up the pad and the pen or the laptop or the computer, whatever, and start writing.
Mm-hmm.
Have faith and go on and write your book.
Yeah.
Don't doubt yourself. You could do this. If I could write a book, you could write a book. Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
Let me give you a little bit more on that scribe though.
Yeah, she said she took her power back and now she's independent.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. So let me tell you a little bit more. Oh wow. Y'all look at this. Look what page next to the scribe. See, we can't make this stuff up. I gotta show you. What page does that say, guys? Could y'all see that? 222. Look at that. 222.
New beginnings.
You see that? 222. Can't make this stuff up. That's the scribe. Is that what the one seeing 222? Okay.
Oh boy.
So with the scribe, it says, look for an unbiased source. Be objective and seek multiple perspectives, which is what you're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're writing a book, you want to do some research. So it says,
Definitely.
visit the library or archives, and value the written word by writing things down. So you got to start writing stuff down. Document your life journey. Make multiple copies of your digital files. So just keep writing your stuff down. Like, don't just have one. Make sure you have multiple. It says a need to censor yourself. Guard your personal information. So whatever you write in, it might be something very important. So you want to keep it close,
Yeah.
right? So that's for you, Selma. Go on and write your book. When you write it, tag us and let us know.
Yeah. And we got two questions that came up that I wanted to touch on here. The first one, if where did it go? Come on now. Okay. Dam Damshin. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Please forgive me if I'm saying it. I know it's just a username, but Damshin. I realized I was in a pattern of codependency. I kept meeting people who said they would help me out with housing until I get back on my feet. Each time it fell through. It happened again, but worse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I've gone through that situation in so many different levels.
Oh, yeah.
Where people said that they were going to help me out with the bill, they were going to help me get a car, or they were going to help me get a job and stuff like that. And it gets to a certain point that you have to realize that you are your own savior.
Yeah.
And if you've already gone through and you've broken that God program, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
But it comes to a certain point where you have to become your own savior and realize that nobody's going to come save you.
Right.
This is just the real hard truth, facts given to you, just raw and uncut. Because before I fully became awakened, I used to be a big fan, and still is to this day, of E.T. Eric Thomas. Some of y'all know him as the hip hop preacher, and he is one of the dopest motivational speakers that are out there right now. Even better than Tony Robbins, hands down. And one of the things that used to stick out the most to me is when he used to say that because he grew up homeless on the streets of Detroit, eating out of trash cans, things of that nature. and he got to a point that he realized that nobody was going to come save him. So he had to be his own savior. So he had to do what he had to do in order to get himself back up. And now he's going from homeless, eating out of trash cans, to being the number one speaker in the United States.
And he coming for
So,
what's his face next.
and he coming for Tony Robbins. He's probably like, actually, you know what? In my opinion, he's number one. Well, right now he's like number three behind Tony Robbins.
Yep, and he coming for him. Tony Robbins, he coming for you.
So yeah, at some point you just have to realize that nobody's going to come save you.
Yes.
You have to save yourself. Your twin flame can't save you. Your mama can't
Right.
save you. Because at a certain point you grown, you out your mama's, you out your parents' house, you out your grandma's house. It's time to start taking some responsibility for your own actions and for your own well-being.
Yes, you have
So-
to, because we even got caught at that wheel recently when we had to do that big move. And you know, we thinking that we have folks in the spiritual community who was going to help us out,
gosh.
and we had family who was going to help us out, and we, you know, we're like, okay, we good, we have people, because we're always helping people, so obviously people are going to help us out. Boy, was that a lie.
Oh, jeez.
That and that was our wake up call.
Yeah.
That was our wake up call to really know that we really have to just do what we have to do, and we did. We got our minds together, we got our body together, we meditated night and day and night, to get ourselves into alignment, and we solved that big problem, got over that big hurdle. And you know, for a moment, we got off of social media. We did a whole purge. And for a moment, I was like, I wonder if this caused some trauma. Was this a traumatizing experience? And then
Yes.
revisit the situation. And it was a little traumatic. You know, it was a little traumatic. So we had to go through and we had to heal from the situation.
Yeah.
You know, and we came out smelling like a rose. But the bottom line is,
Okay.
you have to get up, and you have to, you know, that you have you. That's what you have. You have you, and let go of expectations, because that was the lesson that came with that situation. Is we had to learn to let go of expectations.
Right.
And so we learned that, and we good. So if someone gives you something, or if someone does something for you,
Awesome.
wonderful. Celebrate. If someone does not give you something, if someone does not do something for you, wonderful. Celebrate. You get where I'm going with this?
Exactly what that was supposed to.
So the whole thing is not to let these things move your spirit, right?
Yeah. And it's awesome that, because I think you just mentioned on here that you did manage to get back on your feet, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And it took 2 separations from DM to figure things out. Beautiful.
Sometimes you got to do
And,
that
yeah.
solitude.
Yeah. And it actually leads into the second question that I saw there. And then, David, we're going to jump into your card reading. But where did that comment go? Okay. D-Light 4. I like that.
I like that.
How do you know what to heal and when you are healed?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question.
Now, when we say healing, right? Healing is it's necessary. If you're noticing a lot of patterns in your life, right? A lot of repeating patterns, or if your life is not going the way that you want it to go, there is some healing that needs. That's just one of the key signs.
Yeah.
If your life is out of order, if your life is chaotic, or even if your life is not going in the direction you want it to go, you need to revisit some stuff and do some healing. And when you know healing has taken place is when you revisit those places. Like, let's say, just an example, you struggle with unforgiveness, right, from a particular person. If you go back in your mind and you think about that person, and your body starts feeling strange, maybe the heart's accelerating, you might have a little sweat, you know, you getting angry, you that's healing. You know, you still got some work to do.
Right.
But if you were thinking about that person, and you know, nothing moves, nothing shakes, right? You feel good. You even start feeling empathy for them. Maybe you start feeling love for them without getting closure from that person or whatever have you. You've healed. That's a sign that you've healed. If you're no longer repeating the same patterns and making the same mistakes, that's a sign that you've healed from something that once affected you.
Yeah. You got a cheerleader, somebody like, go, Leisha, go, go, Leisha, go.
I could only say this because I had to do it for myself.
Yeah.
I had to do it for myself in
Yeah.
self-regulation. So I always check myself. Always check myself. I do a daily check. Self-regulate.
Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. So yeah, David, David, you are up next
All
from your
right,
card
David.
pool.
Let's go, David. Let's go. So, with permission from David's higher self, we are going to go and get a card for him, a message that he's going to need for today, maybe in the past, or maybe something that's not even here yet or about to be here. Let's go ahead and whoopsies! Get something for David. Some of you, your cards are just like literally flying out of the pack.
Okay, now that was like half the pack.
No, I'm just saying.
Let me shuffle that real
I'm
quick.
just
Hold
saying
on.
the energies, like, they're flying. It's a lot of energies. All right, David, we got you. Hold tight.
Aunt Teresa has graced us with her presence.
Oh, beautiful Teresa, Mother Teresa. She does have the energy of Mother Teresa, though.
Oh yeah.
She really does. That's a fact. All right, we got David. Ooh, wow. This is beautiful.
What is that?
This is water. This is 4 of water. Here we go, David. 4 of water. And tonight, I think I'm going to do 2 cards for everyone because it's coming close to the end of the year. And some people still... David, what's up? What's up, David?
They're coming through.
All right. So, David, here you go. You got an earth. Okay?
Yeah,
So you have
seen that
water
one
and
before.
earth. So this is 4 of earth and you have 4 of water. So that's 2 4s.
It's 44.
Yes, that's 44. Okay? Which is a number that I see all the time. So 4 of earth and 4 of water. So we got the first one that came out, David, is a 4 of water, right? You see the man, he's holding a mask and it's got 2 faces and the third eye. So 4 of water, you are beautiful. So you might be a very attractive person. Be aware of weakness, but focus on strengths. It says mistake, right? When you make mistakes, look at it as an opportunity to learn, right? It's nothing wrong with making mistakes as long as you're learning from it. Let go of the ideal of perfection. Okay, love yourself for who you are, David. Happiness at another's expense. The emotional cost of your actions. So you got to be mindful of those things. The 4 of water stands before you with quiet confidence and awareness, despite his sacred appearance. He sees only beauty when he looks at his reflection. A gentle smile curves his lips as he regards himself with kindness and understanding. So you seem like a pretty nice person. But just be aware of like weaknesses that you might have and also focus on your strengths. Don't forget your strengths, but the things that you need to work on, go ahead and don't negate that. And the next one is 4 of earth. So the 4 of earth, so you attractive and you strong, which is good. Great masculine tendencies. So slow and steady progress. So whatever you're doing, it might not seem like you're going very fast, but slow and steady wins the race.
Yes.
It says just whatever you're doing, put one foot in front of the other and keep going. Don't doubt yourself. Just keep moving forward. And it also says you need to rest. So even though whatever you're doing, try to get some rest because we all need rest. We got to recharge. The brain got to regroup. The soul needs to go up to God, source.
Yeah.
Come back down, right? With some inspiration. It looks like whatever you're doing is going to have a good outcome to it. And try not to make hasty decisions, right? Be very watchful and be very mindful. Right, so those are your 2 card readings. It says when the 4 of earth appears in your reading, a happy and rewarding outcome is close at hand. So slow and steady wins the race, David.
Yeah. And it sounds like from the comments that you've been making, David, that you have done that. So a lot of this is confirmation for you. So just continue on that path. continue to let go of the expectations and just get into the flow. Just like you mentioned, get into the flow, and all of those things that
Yep.
you've been working on are going to be right there for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So whatever you're working on, it's a good outcome. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right path.
Yeah, you are so welcome. So welcome. But yeah, that is some awesome information. And like I said, going into 2020, there's so many expectations that people have. People putting out their videos on YouTube about what
Yeah.
they're expecting to happen for the Twin Flame community, for the conscious community. But to be honest, none of that has too much to do with you, because your destiny is your destiny. It is what you want it to be.
Right.
You can go out there and you can watch the videos and believe what they're saying. But once again, once you believe in something, you give up the opportunity to know
Right.
something.
And always remember that it's about resonance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some things might resonate with you and some things might not. And we all have our own individual truths, right? We
Yes.
all have our own truths within ourselves, and that's where resonance comes in. If it resonates, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Oh well. That doesn't mean it's not the truth for somebody else. It's just not true for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you could have a friend, and that's your best friend, but that same best friend, it's true that that's your best friend, but that same
Mm-hmm.
best friend can be vital enemies to somebody else, and they could say, well, no, that's not my best friend. It's the same person, but you have different truths, different experience with the same person.
Mm-hmm.
So you're both right.
Yep.
So you got your own truth. You find your own truth.
Yeah, and I think Teresa wants a card pulled.
All
She's
right,
just
Teresa.
having a little bit of technical difficulties going on.
Let's see what we got going on, Teresa. So, Teresa, let's go to your higher self.
Mm-hmm.
And with permission from Teresa's higher self, we're going to get a card that she needs for today.
Synchro destiny.
Maybe in the past or maybe in the future. She might have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, let's see. All right, Teresa, let's see what we got for you. What messages is coming through for Teresa on today? Pretty Teresa.
Oh wow.
Teresa is beautiful. What do we got here, Teresa?
Uh, that one feels for her.
Oh, wow. Union. What's going on, Teresa?
Mm-hmm.
Teresa got 3 cards. So we have union. So you're going to probably be meeting somebody soon. You got union, and Teresa, you also have healing, right? And then we have, ooh, Teresa, you got some big stuff going on. What's cooking, Teresa? So we already know what healing means. Healing, you're going to have to start going within, Teresa. You still got a little bit of healing to do. I know you've been doing some work, but you got to go a little bit deeper. And this eclipse that's coming up,
What is this one?
that one is 6.
Because this one is like screaming at me.
Yeah, that's for
like,
Teresa. That
this
jumped
one.
out the pack.
Like this one just jumped out for you, sis. Just like
It literally flew out of the pack. I think that one is a 6 of,
air.
yeah, I think that one is a 6 of air. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that one jumped out of the pack for Teresa. Oh my goodness, Teresa. Let's see what Spirit has for you on today. All right, Teresa, so 6 of air. It says it's a time of research and investigation, Teresa. Look at and compare a range of options. You got to weigh your pros and your cons, right? You might have to do some compromise. Don't let rigidity hamper possible success. So, sometimes we can be so rigid in our thinking that we could miss things. Could be so fixated on something because we don't always know how an opportunity is going to present itself. Sometimes it's wrapped up in something that looks like chaos.
Pretty or
Yeah, it doesn't look that pretty. It says this might be a moment of epiphany. Like
Mm-hmm.
this might be like an aha moment for you. Step into your personal power. Teresa, we know you got powers.
Strong
We
powers,
we already know you got strong powers
ancestral
and
powers.
long lineage powers. So Teresa, it's time to go and step into your powers.
Mm-hmm.
It says, do not discredit what others offer.
Mm.
So sometimes people might want to help Teresa. You gotta let them help. Let people
Yeah.
help you, Teresa.
Once again, I'm going back to fast colors. Y'all, it's time to heal these traumas so that
Yeah,
we can step into our power.
I
Our
know.
power is waiting for us in 2020.
2020
As,
twin.
actually, you can have it now, but you got to do the healing first. You
Yes.
can't walk into your fullness without having that healing. And if you want the fullness of everything that's for you, please do your work.
And Teresa, look, these two go together so beautifully. You see
Mm-hmm.
healing. Once you've done the healing, then you'll have union, right? And it says here unity and wholeness. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what healing offers. It offers wholeness. Harmony arises when we are in alignment,
Mm-hmm.
right? It says you have unlimited potential, which you do. A path that marries science and spirituality. Connect the both.
Mm-hmm.
Duality creates separation. It says the marriage of body, mind, and soul. So we got to get all those three in alignment. All is connected. Complete self acceptance. Do not dominate or be submissive. It says at the center in the void, you are a temple. Worship within. So go within. Okay. It looks like it's saying something about fear and need, cornerstone of dependency. The union card symbolizes unity and wholeness. It represents our relationship with ourself. So this union, this particular card represents your relationship with your own self,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's calling you to get whole, get balance. Because see, if you have the healing and then this come together, so probably got to do a little, go a little deep, maybe some shadow work, Teresa,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you got to get centered. You got to get in alignment, both with the seen and the unseen world. And I know you see stuff.
We ain't trying to tell your business, but we
Yeah,
know that you tapped
yeah,
in.
we know you tapped all the way in. And it
Sometimes you
says,
just.
who am I and what is my
Mm-hmm.
purpose? Why am I here? And I know you ask these questions all the time. So by doing this, you're gonna get these answers, right? By
Mm-hmm.
getting hold.
Mm-hmm.
It says self inquiry puts our feet upon the path of wholeness. So you asking the right questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because just like the other day, I was just asking myself
Yeah.
answers. And I think that just shows some growth on my end
Yeah.
because there used to be a point along my journey when I'm asking God, I'm asking Jesus, I'm asking Holy Ghost, like what are the answers to these things?
Yeah.
But now I ask myself
Right.
because I'm going through my spiritual journey and I feel like I've hit a plateau. And I don't know if I was supposed to just stay there for a moment or if I was supposed to break through or what. And so I asked myself, like, what am I missing? Like, I'm
Right.
asking me, what am I missing? And as soon as I did that, I had a couple of things that just popped up that I had to pay attention to.
Right.
One video from Flight Boss, and then another article about the solar eclipse came up, and that helped me to understand what was next. Because
Right.
once you really get tapped in and you ask yourself any question that you want to answer to, it will be revealed to you.
You will. And it says, Teresa, and I know this is specifically for my sweet Teresa, because Teresa knows she's a star. It says here, we come into the world innocent and pure. While in the womb, our soul is still as one with the source of all, right? The creator, the void, the cosmic womb from which all came to be and all will return. Our souls remember that connection. And I know you remember the connection, Teresa.
Yep.
The soul remembers its unlimited potential. It remembers that it's whole and divine. This knowledge and all that we experience before taking our first breath in this life. So, Teresa, this is you, girl. This is you all the way.
Oh boy.
So, go on, girl. Go on, grow. Go do your healing and go get your wholeness together and shine, because you're a star. You're always shining. Your
Hmm.
heart is always shining. I feel your heart shining right now.
Now we got a random question here, but we want to see if you want to answer this because I already know what the answer is. But right here,
Random. I hope y'all don't mind me asking, did y'all ever doubt y'all were twin flames? Was there something that confirmed it without a doubt? Yep, it was. Like we didn't even know. Okay, so I think it was the opposite for us.
yeah,
Like we didn't really know what twin flames were. We just knew that
we wanted to be together.
we wanted to be together, and
Hmm.
that connection was really like different. It
Strong.
was a very strong connection. It was very different.
Hmm.
I've been in relationships before, and I'm like, this something ain't, I don't know,
This ain't the same.
this ain't the same thing. This is different.
Hmm.
Like this is very, very, very different.
Right.
So that sent us down the rabbit hole.
Yep. And that
So
and you know, like we said before, like 2 months after we decided that we were just gonna be together, we didn't
yeah,
care what was going on, we were gonna be together. And 2 months afterwards, we saw a video about Ralph talking about twin flames, and he
right,
was hitting all the points about twin flames and all of that stuff. I was like, wow, that's us,
right.
that's us.
That's us.
But then there was this one supernatural thing that happened.
Weird,
I'm gonna
just
let you
weird.
describe it.
So super weird. We were laying
Yeah,
on the couch taking a nap. This is after we moved in together.
finally
we
got that
we
spot.
we fought, and we finally moved in together. And but this time we were laying on the couch. We were taking our regular midday nap. Right, we were just
Mm-hmm.
chilling, and it was the sweetest nap. It felt
Yeah.
so good, like that two o'clock,
Just a cuddle, like
just a
she was just in my
cuddle,
arms. She
like
was
a
laying on the,
sweet cuddle nap.
yeah.
And it was supposed to be like what, a 10-minute nap, 15-minute nap.
Maybe I don't
It
think we
wasn't
even
long.
time. Yeah.
And we were just laying there, and I wanted to get up. So I felt like, you know what, we've been laying here a while. We got stuff to do. So I
Mm-hmm.
was about to get up, and something told me, no, don't get up. And so I'm like, okay. And they said something, or the feeling that I got, I should say, it was like a
Mm-hmm.
feeling that I got was that we're soul sinking. I don't even know what the hell soul sinking is.
Yeah. Didn't know what it was,
Didn't know what the hell soul
and
sinking is. So I'm like, okay.
yeah, and the same thing happened to me. Like we didn't talk about this until we actually
Right.
got up. But while I was laying with her, like at one point, I wanted to get up, and I felt a inner voice saying, "No, y'all souls are sinking right now. You need to stay still." I was like, "What?
Right.
Soul sinking?"
Soul sinking.
And so when we both got up, like, of course, we're open about our
Right.
spirituality, so we were like, I was hearing his voice,
Right.
and then I can't remember who told who first,
I
but we
can't.
were like,
I was kind of like hesitant. I was like, I know
yeah,
he gonna think I'm crazy now. But then you
yeah,
said something first, and that
yeah.
made me like, okay, I could say something because you said something first, and then we
Hmm.
looked it up. So we went on
And
Google and we looked it up, and it's
yeah,
something.
soul sinking is an actual thing
Hmm.
that happens when um, actually, I don't want to say the terminology wrong because it's been a while since
It's
the
been
last
that's been
time.
like a whole year
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, that's been 2 years ago. We about to hit the 2 year
I know.
anniversary,
That's
but
a whole year. We had looked it up. It was like a Indian
yeah, there's over in India. There's a whole thing about soul sinking, and we were like, wow, how do we even like? Neither one of us knew anything about it. So
mhm,
to answer your question, like there hasn't been any doubt for one that we're supposed to be together.
right.
And after having that moment of that soul sinking, that was a confirmation for us that yeah, we're doing what we're supposed to do.
And not too long after that,
Hmm.
that's when I really I felt like, okay, so our relationship is really, it was always very harmonious. Like, I mean, we're not perfect. We do have things that we help each other to work on, but for the most part, the relationship is so harmonious. It is so
Hmm.
lovely. It feels so divine. And so just something in my spirit was like, we need to share this. You know, we need to share this with others and help others. And that feeling was in my spirit really strong for a while. And we were supposed to start at a YouTube channel like a few
Mm-hmm.
months before, but my baby is shy.
I was super shy.
Like he's super shy, and he was like, "We'll do it next week. We'll do it next week. We'll do it next week."
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, we don't. It's not a doubt in our minds that we really are here.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like our journey is definitely significant.
Yes. Oh, we have a card to pull for unique.
Ooh, I love it.
Yes.
Unique. Love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so unique, if you're still on the chat, just drop a message. Let us know that you're here so that we can make sure that we pull a message directly for you.
All right, unique.
Oh, that's me, Miss Sweetness. Okay, Miss Sweetness.
What's up, Miss? I like Miss Sweetness.
Yep.
Her names are nice.
Yep.
All right, Miss Sweetness. What we got here for you tonight? So we go to unique Miss Sweetness, her higher self,
Mm-hmm.
to get permission to get her card that she's gonna need on tonight. Oh, you guys are exciting, very exciting people. All right, come on, higher self. Let's get a message for unique. What does she need? What message does she need to help her in her journey on tonight? You want to put some masculine energy on it?
Yeah, let's go ahead and
Mix up the sauce,
clear this out a little bit.
clear it out,
You know.
get some selenite. See, guys, I don't go anywhere without my selenite. Get the wand, put some over the wand, clear the energies. I dreamt that I was using this last night in my dream.
You can tell me that.
Yeah, I had a dream about the selenite, and I was doing my auric field with in my dreams with the selenite. Cool, huh? Can't remember the whole dream though.
Yeah, that's where it should be. Hold on, I'm feeling one more time and do it sideways.
You got to go with that intuition. That's that intuition.
Yep.
Oh, we
Hey,
got
I'm
22.
tapped into my feminine side, and I ain't ashamed to say it.
What you shame for? People who draw is tapped in. People who do any type of creative stuff that you do, that's the feminine energy.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go. Let's get you here. Unique. Miss Niceness.
Mm-hmm.
Got you the
Miss
feminine
Sweetness.
energy. Miss Sweetness. Miss Niceness. See what we got here for you on today. Queen of Fire, Miss Niceness. Miss Niceness, you the Queen of Fire. I'm gonna get Miss Niceness another card. So we got the Queen of Fire, Miss Niceness, and I'm gonna pull another one for you because I'm doing two for everyone unless the universe says otherwise. So you have Queen of Fire. So you're a strong woman. I sense that too. Miss Niceness, a lot of excitement. I'm gonna get you another card, Miss Niceness. We're gonna work with two cards tonight for you, Miss Niceness. Okay, so we have the Queen of Fire, and then we have the Child. So the Child and the Queen of Fire. So the Child is this is the number one card in the whole pack. The Child. And so pretty much it's like a new beginning. And it is 2020. 2020 is around the corner. Mm-hmm. So it's a new beginning for something. See your potential. Heal emotional and psychological wounds. Time to play and laugh. Acknowledge your success. Delight in the moment. Believe in magic. You know, kids, their imaginations are so beautiful. So beautiful. Believe in magic. Laughter heals. Turn dreams into reality. Forgive the past. Reconnect with innocent pleasures. And put doubt aside. So that's what the universe is calling you to do on today. The child stands confident, taking innocent joy and delight in her actions with the world in which she dwells. Right? She is untouched by fear and full of hope and trust. Think of a childlike state, not childish, but childlike mentality. They're not afraid of anything. and they're
No.
happy. They're always laughing. They don't have doubt. Like, you want to be in a kind of like a childlike state, but not childish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, laugh your stomach full. And it all Queen of Fire. It says, be optimistic and enthusiastic. Engage and stimulate all senses. Give your full attention. Be focused and confident. And take pleasure in life. Don't second guess yourself. Hold your head up high and avoid petty behavior. So, humble confidence, right? Like a queen. A queen,
Mm-hmm.
she's humble, but yet she's confident. She's fierce, but, fair. The Queen of Fire is strong and powerful woman. So in essence, you're very strong and you're very powerful woman.
Mm-hmm.
She is someone who is not afraid to go after what she desires the most. So that's the queen, that queen
Energy.
feminine energy, right?
Yep.
Embrace that. She is focused and determined and very optimistic. Stay optimistic. You have
Mm-hmm.
desires, don't be afraid, move forward with it. This is the time to do it.
Yep. It really is.
It says those around her find her charismatic and engaging. People like you, so you're a likable person. Her warm and expansive nature draws people to like her, like moths to a flame.
Mm.
Right? So you're a likable person. Look, I like you. I don't even know you.
Yeah, no, we if I'm not mistaken, we actually did a session with Miss Sweetness, didn't we?
Yeah, but we have never met her.
I mean, yeah, not in
Well,
person, but
yeah, but
this,
her vibe is like,
yeah.
like she's a person that easy on the eye, or you might want to just be around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's you, Miss Niceness. It says here she's also a very primal and sensual woman. She engages in her senses
Yeah,
and
we
all
have
that she
to.
does. She's the type of person who will always look you in the eye, will reach out and touch your hand and listen closely. See, she's a
Mm. There you
she,
go.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we got to meet. Just like you said, we have to meet. And just something I wanted to point out. I don't know if it's just me, but I know you hadn't put on any makeup or anything.
No.
But as you're now, this is just me. Whenever you like looking in the thing, like the light is shining on your forehead, so it looks like your third eye is just like shining.
Oh, it probably is. I'm not going to
I mean,
doubt. I'm not. Listen, I was in
I mean, we may
meditation.
have to go back and look at it, but like when you put your head, cause like I don't know
Wow.
if y'all were looking at me like I was crazy, but I was like moving my head around to try to see if I could replicate it.
Hmm.
But like it's like the light is shining
Yeah.
right from your third eye.
I'm not. Listen, we doing this meditation, the deep breathing meditation, where you take a deep breath in, and you take the air and you like kind of push it to the back, like kind of
Mm-hmm.
contract it with your abs and push
The
the
fluid,
energy
the
back up
pressure.
in your head.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been doing that. And yesterday I saw colors. Some
Yeah.
bright. It was like like I closed my eyes, but it was bright.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was seeing like the colors of the rainbow, bright, 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 bright colors, in the meditation. And I was just
Mm-hmm.
looking around like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah, but it's like
So,
shining on your forehead for
so
real, for
I'm
real.
not like I'm not gonna doubt that my third eye is probably like vibrating right now. Like I'm not even gonna doubt it.
No, but
No,
it's happening.
it probably is. We
But
meditate so
yeah,
much.
yeah. But we're not gonna hold y'all too much longer because it's Saturday. Still a little early, so you can get out and have a little bit of fun.
Yes, y'all go out and
But
have some fun. We might
so
go
you
out
can
and
meet
have
me
some
this.
fun next year.
Yeah. Um. Oh. We can try to link the meditation in there. It's actually something that's like on Gaia, where we were looking at one of the series from Joe Dispenza, where he was talking about this breathing technique that he does. So if you all have a subscription to Gaia, he talks about it on the series called Rewired,
Mm-hmm.
and he also talks about it on the series called Becoming
Love you
Superhuman.
too.
Yeah. So if you're on Gaia, you'll be able to find the information there. But I did find a link on a video on YouTube where he just did a meditation. But like he didn't go in through and tell it all in details like he does on Gaia, which is really helpful to help you to really understand what's going on and why it's happening and why you're seeing these colors. But there is a meditation on YouTube where he just talks through it as far as like a guided meditation type thing. If I can get that link again, I'll definitely post it in the comments so that you all can find it.
And pin it at the top. It's good, guys. Like, I mean, we've been meditating for a while now, but this type of meditation is really like
Next level.
it's very, what's the word, relaxing and very calming, eye-opening.
You want to tell them the story when you called me yesterday?
You gonna tell him?
Yeah, you tell them.
I'm so childish. You tell him. I'm childish. You tell him.
Okay. Well, yes, Joe Dispenza.
Watch, I'm gonna laugh when you say it.
Okay. So, like, I had watched a video from Joe Dispenza before talking about this breathing technique, but when I tried it, it didn't work for me. But when I went back through and I looked at it again, I realized that I was doing it the wrong way.
Yeah.
So once I realized I was doing it the wrong way, I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna see about doing this the right way, as far as the whole breathing technique and the muscles and everything. And when I did it, like I could literally feel the pressure rising from my spine all the way up to my head. And I could feel the pressure in my head, like pressing against my brain. And it was just firing off everything. And once I had that pressure in my head, I just held my breath and I held it for like a couple of seconds. And when I released it, there was like this euphoric state that just came over me.
And I thought he was doing the M word.
Yeah, so she called me and was like, "Were you just masturbating?" I was like, no. I was doing the other M word. I was meditating." She was like, "You sound like..." I was like, "What's up, baby? How you doing? You enjoying your day?"
How you doing? I was like, what are you doing? But yeah, it does put you in that state, that meditation.
Yeah,
It is really, really good. Like, I was surprised.
Yeah.
Like, I was shocked. I did it in the tub with my eucalyptus salts. Then I was doing the Sadhguru.
I am not my body.
I am not even my mind. And so it was like, woo. Yeah, some good meditation.
Yep. But yeah, y'all, we're gonna head out and we are going to try to squeeze in one more live before the end of the year. We actually wanted to try to do it every day, but
We'll see.
we see how life.
Yeah.
Today was an easy day.
Oh yeah, that was a good
we
day.
got up early, did our exercise, and
Oh yeah, went back to the gym.
went back to the gym. Did a little bit of cooking, and we had some free time, so we're like, we'll go ahead and schedule it for today. But it's every day. It's not like that. So
Every day it doesn't go this smooth, unfortunately, and free. But if our days continue to go free and smooth, then yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll do some lives, and maybe tomorrow. You know what I want to talk about, and we'll do it tomorrow. I want to talk about stress, and I want to talk about what stress does to the body, like physical, what it does to your body physical, because a lot of times we think that stress is just emotional and we angry and we throw something and then it's over with. No. Stress does so much more to the body on a physical level that we can't even imagine.
Right.
So I think tomorrow we'll use that to talk about stresses and what it does to the body physically, and how to really not how to not let things move you.
Right.
Like little pointers that we could do to not let stuff or people move us to the point where we're literally hurting ourselves on the inside without realizing it.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll probably do tomorrow.
Yeah. that'll be an awesome topic to go into because we really want to help you all get to the next level. Just sending a quick shout out to someone who just joined us. Thank you so much,
Aww.
Morgan, for joining us today. We love you too.
And then we're going to leave you guys with one card for the collective. I just saw this one and I feel like it should be
Ooh,
for the collective.
that is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Well, let me just double check, make sure nobody sent another donation. Okay, all donations are in. Awesome.
Because the last time we made a mistake and we came off too quick. So we don't want to do the same thing again.
But this is the card for the collective. There's a 10 of, what is that?
Air. 10 of air.
10 of air. That is
Yeah,
a
I just did
beautiful
one
card.
for the collective. It was at the bottom of the pack, and I figured that I'll read that for the collective. So right now for the collective reading, it's a time of independence, right?
Boy, come on.
That's why I felt it in my spirit. Like, okay, that's that. I just went with my intuition.
I'm done.
I
Go
went with
ahead.
my intuition,
Go
baby.
ahead,
That's
baby.
all I
Go
did.
ahead.
Look at that. We got 15 views and 15 likes. Okay.
Oh,
So
boy.
here we go, guys. A time of independence. Say goodbye to the public persona, right? The personality. No longer bounded by another's opinion. Walk your own path. Ooh, wow. This is beautiful. Like, I see this step. It says, humans are paradoxical by nature. See and know your potential. The self is whole. Time to grow up and leave home. Okay? So the process of individualization leads to becoming oneself, to stepping away from the external forces that we believe define us, to becoming an independent being who recognizes and embraces their own uniqueness and individuality. And that's the collective. Really, baby?
I'm going to come in close.
Really, baby?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's it right there. It was in my spirit, like, you know.
Oh, boy.
Because I wanted a card for the collective, and it was right there
Yeah,
after I shuffled
it's-
at the bottom. So
It's
pulled that
time.
one.
It's time, y'all.
Yep.
There's so much. There's so many gifts
Yeah.
that are waiting for us right now. I'm not talking about in the future. I'm not talking about in the past.
Right
There's
now.
so many gifts that are available to us right at this very second. But we have to get out of our own way. We have to do our work. We have to do all the healing and stuff that we have to do. But once you do that, you will get all of the gifts that are waiting for you at this very moment.
Y'all see my moonstones? These are moonstones.
It's
Crystals.
over there.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
And this one is, this is another moonstone too. See, I have a lot of crystals.
You just gonna show off your crystals for the end of the video?
I have so much crystal.
Oh my gosh.
All right, guys, go watch
Yeah, go watch
Fast
Fast
Color.
Color. Yes.
Make sure you watch the movie 222, like the time. You type it in like you type it in the time.
The 2:22.
Yes, y'all go watch those and then come back and tell us what you think. If you want to leave it in the comments, you can, and let us know what you think about it.
Yeah, and Nelly B, I hadn't seen you in a while. That's what's up. Thank you for joining.
What up,
But,
Nelly B?
But Nelly B, we're about to head out.
You came when we about to leave. We already gave the card for the collective and everything.
Oh boy.
Oh, man.
Definitely go back through and watch because some of the information may resonate with you as far as getting ready for 2020.
2020.
All right. We love y'all. Sending y'all much love.
Much
Peace.
love. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.